Hey guys, it's Matt at Most Performance. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Vararam air grabber on this 2017 Ram 1500. This is what comes in the kit. You can see it's an assembled air box, oiled filter. This is the textured lid. This is the front wing that goes behind the radiator, and then that's your hardware bag. First off, let's go ahead and start. We're going to disconnect the negative battery terminal. And with that disconnected, we're going to go ahead and unplug the IAT sensor right here. And then unscrew, there's an 8mm bolt that holds this hose clamp on the throttle body. From there, you're going to pull this breather hose off the airbox. And then you can just lift this whole assembly out as one unit. Now to remove your engine cover, you're going to lift up on the front and then just pull it out. We're going to go ahead and pull this breather hose off, but you do need to keep this rubber coupler right here. So we're going to unscrew that, or twist it off. Just set that here because we're going to reuse that. And now next step is to remove this radiator cover. Alright, the next step is going to be to attach the front wing on the front of the airbox. In this hardware bag, there's going to be a small bag that has 3 screws and 6 washers. You're going to start off by putting a washer on that brass rivet, another washer on the screw, and you're going to press it in from the back side of the airbox. Just keep that finger tight for right now. Then take another washer on the next rivet. Get another screw, put another washer on that, and then do the same thing from the back side, and then screw it on. And we're going to do it one more time. Get a screw on your bolt, put a washer on the rivet, and then screw this one on. Now you take a Phillips screwdriver, just tighten them down. Okay, the next step is to install this chrome breather filter. So you're going to take that rubber elbow that you took off the stock breather hose, put the smaller hose clamp on it, and then just press it onto the filter. Use an 8mm socket or a flathead screwdriver to go ahead and tighten that down. Then we're just going to press it down on that same plastic nipple next to the oil cap. Now we're going to take the silicone coupler and press it down over your throttle body. You need to position it so that the hole that's punched for your IAT sensor is facing the driver's side like it is here. And we'll go ahead and tighten that lower hose clamp. And I forgot to mention earlier, in your stock air box you have your your stock intake tube is the IAT sensor. Just turn it counterclockwise and then you can pull it straight out. Be careful pulling it out so you don't break the top of that sensor off. Then we're going to, if you look, there's a plastic tab on the top of the sensor. We're going to push that into this coupler and stop when that plastic tab makes contact with the coupler right here, which you can see. Then we'll go ahead and plug it back in. And now we're ready to, oh, before you put your airbox in place, on the 2013 and newer Hemi trucks, this AC line sits real high. If you don't lower that, the airbox will sit crooked and it'll cause it to twist whenever you close the hood down on it and put pressure on it. So what I like to do, take a 10mm socket, loosen this one bolt that secures the AC line bracket to the fender. Once you loosen that, you can actually push this bracket down. That's not going to damage this hose, but it's going to give you enough clearance where the airbox will sit in place without sitting crooked. And then tighten that back down. Alright, now we're ready to put the airbox on. So we're just going to drop it in place. You want this weather stripping on the back of the airbox to sit level with the weather stripping here on the front of your windshield wiper cap. As long as you have that straight, then everything is going to seal perfect as you close the hood down on top of it. So now we'll tighten that upper hose clamp. I know you can't see this, but now you could leave this as is with the radiator cover off, but what I like to do is cut it. Let me turn around. If you look here, I've got the factory cover and I have one here that we've trimmed. What I do is just connect the dots. Oh, this is upside down. If you just cut from the upper lines of these squares right here, that's going to give you the opening you need, which is what we've done on this one. So let me go ahead and snap it in place and show you how it sits. You can see now you have a clear opening for air. It's going to come straight through the grill, hit that front wing, and come up and into this air box. Once you close your hood down, this seal is going to seal off to this insulated liner under the hood, and that prevents any engine heat from coming inside. You'll also see there's a drainage hole. Can you see that from where you're at? There's two drainage holes here, so if you ever do get any water inside this, they are going to drip through these holes so you're not sucking it into your motor. The airbox also has a little bit of a lean forward, so again, if water gets inside, it's going to drip off the front. You don't have to worry about it getting sucked into your filter. The Vararam intake does bring in more air than every other intake. The downside to that is you do also get more dirt, so you do need to clean the filter more often. This is an oiled filter though, so you just use a cleaning kit, which we have, or you can use any cleaning kit that you could get from Walmart, you know, K&N, SMB. Really doesn't matter, they all do the same thing. But all you have left, go ahead and hook your battery cable back up. Okay, so let me just show you what we have here. Down here you can see that chrome breather filter. And if you look here from the front of the truck, you can see how it sits perfectly level with that weather stripping here on the front of your wiper cowl. Having this airbox level is going to ensure that you get a good seal to the underside of your hood to keep any dirt and engine heat out. Looking from this side, you can see how we've got clearance. It is not touching this AC line. I can get my finger in between the bottom of the airbox and the AC line. So everything is good there. Now if you look from the front of the grill, you see my hand. That's your wing right there. So all the air is coming straight through your front grill, hitting that wing and coming up and into your airbox right here. That's a direct cold shot of air from the front of your truck, which is why we're getting better performance out of the Vararam than all the other intakes on the market, period. It has that old school look, which I'm a big fan of as well, and that's basically it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or give us a call or shoot us an email. And we have a link to these in the description as well. Thanks, guys.